Morning. Morning. Hey, you need to restart Insta. That's funny. Morning, guys. Welcome back. Wait a little bit here. Thursday already. Crazy. How's everyone doing this morning? Hopefully everyone had a... Oh, man. Netflix. I really thought about holding some Netflix. I'm definitely going to be watching this one today. Sort of wish I still held some of my position here. That big position I took. I really wanted to try to hold some, but I didn't want to get silly into FOMC. Today, definitely watching that, though. All right. Good morning from Fort Lauderdale. Good morning. Yeah, Netflix looking a little weak in the pre-market here. So yesterday, right, a lot of hype, a lot of emotions going into FOMC. Didn't really see much on the intraday, but I'm hoping for the continuation today. This is the day, right? This is the day I like to trade. Today's the day where I want to get aggressive, look for some continuation, look for that movement post FOMC. Oh, man. I'm just staring at this Netflix chart right now. This is the day I want to look for that continuation, right? Now we know the FOMC's out of the way. We know the picture. We know what Jerome Powell said. We know we can try to catch some continuation. We don't need to try to guess, the crazy movements intraday. So now we can sort of use our strategy without large external macroeconomic factors. So excited to see what we can get today. I do have some nice setups that I am watching today. I think there's a few that look really good on the longer term time frames that could potentially set up today. We'll have to see, obviously, what the market does. We do have some economic news this morning. We have jobless claims, retail sales, which could put a little bit, could change things up a little bit here in the pre-market, but definitely watching a few today. I want to share them with you guys today. Yes, that is Albert Einstein. Correct. I love that. I love that painting. I've had that for years. It goes everywhere with me. He's looking over. He's looking over me. So, welcome back, guys. Another beautiful morning here. I think some opportunities today, definitely, with most of the major economic news out of the way. Jobless claims today, but let's see how today works out. Let's try to prepare the best we can today. Morning. We'll wait a few more minutes here, and then we'll get started. Wow, Netflix is getting hit this morning. Is there news? I don't think so. All right. So, today, trading in the zone as well. Got everything in the background. All right, so today, December 15, Thursday, day after FOMC. Let's look for continuation moves. Futures, economic earnings calendar. Here's the economic calendar. This is what we're looking at. You guys can see right here. Today's Thursday. Jobless claims, 8:30. Retail sales, 8:30. Retail sales excluding motor vehicles, but really retail sales, jobless claims, 8:30. That's going to be what we're watching here in the pre-market. Definitely watching that today. And then tomorrow, manufacturing PMI, U.S. services PMI. So this is going to be what we have the rest of the week. I think this morning we have some interesting news to watch out for. We'll see how that sort of plays out. Meta, gap close reversal. Really watching this one today. Love this setup. Definitely interested in it. Next, Netflix, which is definitely running away from me a little bit here in the morning. I would prefer that it doesn't drop like this pre-market, but it is definitely still moving lower here. I like this setup as well. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here on Meta and Netflix. These are my top two watches here today. Tesla 150 level, we'll take a look at that. Caterpillar, triple top. I'm in this play. I'm in it very light. And I like this potential top on CAT, and I want to show you guys that today. AMD under 69. I think this is an interesting watch today. Microsoft 256, and then Home Depot 330. These are my top watches today. I like some of these setups, and I want to share them with you guys here in the pre-market live stream. All right. So let's get started. Welcome back again, guys. Thanks, Jay Price. I appreciate that, man. Happy hunting. I'll get a little Starbucks coffee on you today. Appreciate that. All right. This hurts a little bit because this is going to be, I hope that we get a little bit of something like this today before we open so that I can actually take an opportunity here on Netflix. But let's get started. So, NASDAQ, right? This morning, something pretty important happened here in the pre-market. I don't know if it was in the after hours, the pre-market. I'll go ahead and zoom in here. So here's the NASDAQ, right? This is the hourly chart. And you guys can see, ultimately, we rejected this level, right? We rejected this previous rejection point around 12,116, 12,120. We came up back to it on CPI, quickly rejected it, came back up a little bit on FOMC yesterday, rejected it once again. So this level up here is still very, very strong, right? Without getting above this level, you just really can't look for upside continuation, right? If we zoom out, there's just simply no way, right? We have to break this consolidation. This has to break before you can even consider being bullish here. Within this channel, I think it just gets weaker and weaker. You have to get a break above 12,120 to get any type of upside continuation, and we're just simply not seeing it, right? Every attempt that tries to get above this level is getting beaten down. So that is keeping me somewhat bearish on this market, right? The fact that the market cannot make a new high here is a little concerning and something we have to very much take into consideration. So here's the hourly chart. We can see that this morning, right here, at pre-market open, right around 4 a.m., right in that general area. Yeah, I know it doesn't have symbols. You guys can see we broke down. We broke this 11,850. We had this little uptrend that was forming here over the last few days, over the last week. This break this morning is definitely an interesting one, right? This to me feels like it's going to unleash some of the bearish action here. This breakdown this morning under this key level 11,850. This was the key level that we were watching, right? This is the key level that we were watching yesterday on FOMC, also on CPI. You can see right here, CPI lows right there, previous lows here, FOMC lows, right? Look at that, all at this exact same level, 11,850. Previous rejection here, into support on CPI, into support on FOMC, and then look at the drop that we got below that level today. So that is definitely a key level to watch today. If you can get any type of upside, right, I would look for the rejections here. I would look to see if you can get that move. That would be the perfect move. I would love to see this because this would at least give us a little bit more margin to the downside if we can get this move. Now, the way it looks right now, I'm not even sure you're going to get this move. But obviously, we can see what happens on jobless claims. I will not be trading upside today unless we are very clearly above 11,850, right? It's just simply not there. This is how I trade, right? I watch these key levels, and I have levels that need to break to flip my directional bias on an intraday basis. So for me to flip my directional bias here, I need to see this. I need to see a break back above 11,850. I need to see us turn this back into support, and then I think you could probably see some upside. That's where your risk to reward is at its best for upside. A hold here. Until we get that, right? Until we get that, any move higher today could be shorted into, right? Any move higher here could be shorted into until we break over 11,850. So why get involved in that, right? Why get involved in looking for the upside until we get above this clear level? So that's my mindset coming into today. 11,850. If we're above it, look for upside. If we stay below it, continue to look for the downside. If I zoom out to the hourly chart, I think the next move you could see here is right back to 11.6. I don't see anything on this chart until 11.6. Right here, 11.6. Right here, 11.6. Right here, 11.6. Right here, 11.6. I don't see anything on this chart until 11.6. So if we get continuation to the downside, I will be watching 11.6 as a target level for the NASDAQ to the downside. If we break 11.6, then we are looking at the channel low. Okay, 4-hour chart. If we break 11.6, we are looking at the channel low here at around 11.450 right here. Okay, so 11.6, 11.450, and then 11.850. Right now, you're in the middle of this channel, and I think as of right now, you would more likely see a test of this 11.6 than getting above, the 11.850 here. So right in the middle of the channel, I'm looking for the continuation move down to 11.6 today. That's what I'll be watching. I'll also look to see if we can play a rejection play on any type of push up to this retest. You might need to retest this 850 level. That's another thing I'll be watching for. All right. ES. You're sitting very close to this very crucial 39.80 level, right? We had this crucial 40.30, right? You guys can see right here, 40.30, previous level here, CPI low, FOMC low, support came in around 40.30, 200 SMA as well. This pre-market, you guys can see the slippage that came in, right? That's a crucial flush of that key level. Today, I would not be any type of bullish until you see a very clear hold above the 200 SMA, right? You just can't be bullish here unless you are above the 200 SMA. You can try to play, right? You could try to play some kind of demand bounce. That is possible, right? Up into this 40.30. But you really need to be careful being long at this 40.30 level. This could very well be a retest of a previous low that turns into a rejection. Yeah, man. Don't. God, this hurts. This really does hurt me right now. I gotta be. I'm a human. You guys know me. This hurts me a lot. Because this is exactly what I wanted to see happen, and I can't get mad about taking a $10,000 profit. I really can't, especially into FOMC. So I think I did the right thing. I think I did the smart thing, right? I mean, who's gonna hold a $10,000 position size into FOMC? That's just not my risk appetite. But damn, damn, I wanted that. But opportunity today. I am sure about it. That's something I'll be watching. So, yeah, 40-30. Let's see if we can get a demand bounce on this 39.80. If we can, I'm looking for a 40-30 rejection. I would in no way, sense, or form, whatever you want to say, be bullish until you get a very, very clear hold above 40-30, right? You have to be above 40-30 to be bullish. You just have to be. So that's what I'm looking for. So let's see what happens today, right? You guys, these are the levels. 40-30 to the upside, possible rejection point, 39.80 support. If we drop 39.80, then 39.20, right? If we drop this 39.80, you have nothing until 39.20, okay? And that's your channel low, right, on the ES, right? That's your channel low, 39.20. All right, Dow Jones. Dow broke down a pretty important level, right? You guys can see right here. You broke below this pivot high. That's very crucial, right? Pivot high, very crucial break there, under 34,250. So I do have a small swing trade on Netflix, but it's nothing, right here. Where is it? Oh, it's in Desi. Isn't Desi Scalps? Yeah, it is. Right here. So took profits, moved a portion of profits into next week's 320 puts. So I do have these, but it's really nothing big, guys. It's one contract. So I do have these. Netflix 23, 320 puts, 23rd. So next week, 320 puts. So those will look good today, but it does hurt. It does hurt a little bit. I wish I was in the big one. Anyways, Dow Jones, big important break there at 34,250. You guys can see right here, that's a big flush right there. And if we go to the 4-hour chart, if we don't find any support here today, I would expect the Dow to try to trade back to right here, right? 33,350. That would be where I'd look for the Dow to trade back into. Okay? Watch that. 33,350. 33,350 on the Dow. If that Dow starts to drop, we got to watch some of those Dow stocks. Remember? Caterpillar, UNH, Boeing, Home Depot. Some of these stocks that are very pushed, have been holding to the upside. If this Dow starts to give up, we have to be watching those. That is part of the reason I took this Caterpillar put yesterday. That I entered this extremely small. I mean, $200. I just didn't really want to hold anything. I was entering before FOMC, so I didn't get aggressive, but yeah, Caterpillar, I'm definitely watching that to the downside if you start to see this Dow breakdown. Russell, I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about small caps, but I will share it with you. Yeah, if you break this 50 SMA, I would say you're coming down to here. Right there, right there. Here's your level, 1760, right? That's what you're looking at on the Russell. If you get continuation to the downside, 1760 on the Russell. That's what I would watch. All right. So that's what we got right now. We do have some jobless claims this morning, so we'll see how that affects. But yeah, we'll relook at the futures in a little bit. Meta. This is a nice looking setup here, guys. I'm really, really interested in this one. Guys, the Atlas, I've seen people asking about this Atlas trading. Guys, it's a penny stock pump and dump. It's normal. This is what some people do. This is not anything to do with, this is not like anything that normal trading communities that try to teach people how to trade do. I mean, this is like scammy stuff. If you read the filings that they posted, they were saying that they were buying, and then when they were saying they were buying, they were selling like low float 30-cent penny stocks. Right? This is very different. So if I could, I can't really no, most people can't influence the price of the SPY. So yeah, this is a totally different thing, totally different ball game. That's hey, happens all over the place, man. you see this shit everywhere. That's why, as I talked about in the Discord yesterday with the group, I'm just over here staying in my lane, right? Trading my small size, comfortable size, making, a few thousand, maybe a week, getting a little extra income trading, staying consistent, keeping it level-headed. That's how I like to keep it. So, yeah, I don't really pay attention to the nonsense on social media, guys. It's just not worth it. I mean, you will literally get consumed. It's just not worth it, guys. Don't get consumed by social media. It's you got to stay in your own lane. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and do what's best for you. Do not worry about what other people are doing. My greatest success in life has been from not caring what other people have thought and just doing whatever you wanted to do. It is so powerful. I have friends who, were doubted everything about me starting a YouTube channel. And I didn't care. I just did what I wanted to do. And this is what it's, this is what it's, how, this is what's happened. Just growing a really nice, community. And you just got to do something you guys want to do. Don't care about what people think and don't get involved in everyone else's bullshit. Who cares about it? All right. Little piece of advice for you. All right. So Meta, love this Meta. I'm definitely watching this today. Previous double bottom into a double top. I mean, there is just nothing quite nice, nothing quite better than this today on Meta. Previous double bottom right here, gap close level into a double top rejection. I mean, this looks like a sick home run here. So definitely watching this. There's probably going to be a little bit of support around 117. So I'm going to watch that 117 right here. I'll keep an eye on that just in case we find some support at 117. But if we break that 117, definitely watching that for continuation to the downside on Meta, 117. All right, that's a big one. Netflix, it's starting, and I wish I was in it a little heavier. I'll continue to say that to try to rid myself of pain right now, but there's more here. There definitely is. Let's look for more here on Netflix. This is the same exact setup. This is the daily chart, right? We can see this is a gap close and a reversal right here. You can see a little double bottom here, gap close level right there at 330, right? You had your gap, you closed the gap. You're starting to reject that gap. Right here, the gap close level is starting to reject at 330. And if that starts to break down, right, there is definitely some juice here on Netflix. Right? We can definitely see some juice here. So definitely watching this one. If we break this little 4-hour uptrend, I'm not too upset about missing out so far. Just in case, this reverses in the pre-market. I think there is definitely more opportunity here. Right? If this market really does start to slip, Netflix really does have room to 250 here. I mean, this might not be a very, this little area here, this little uptrend that Netflix has had. This does not show me, an ultimate amount of strength to hold this up if the market starts to slip. Right? If we start to break down on the overall market, I do not think this area on Netflix looks very strong. This area looks pretty strong, right? These tops here, this will probably be where Netflix finds demand if we move back lower. But there's a lot of meat on the bones here. So definitely watching this on Netflix. Gap close reversal, 330 rejection. Definitely eyeing this one today. Tesla 150. This is huge. I mean, you guys saw Elon was is selling shares of Tesla. It's been getting demolished. Short-term pain here for sure. And this 150 level is pretty crucial here, guys. So if we look at this weekly chart on Tesla, 150, this previous demand here or previous rejections here, if we fall through this 150, this is going to be an interesting one, man. I haven't traded Tesla in like maybe 2 weeks now. I mean, I've taken maybe here and there something light, but I haven't really been interested in Tesla lately. It doesn't move with the market. It sort of just has been falling without the market, more than the market, underperforming, and it's a little bit difficult to catch sometimes. So I'm just sort of leaving this one alone, personally. But yeah, watch this 150 area, right? This previous demand or previous rejection here on the weekly chart. This is between August of 2020 and November of 2020. So for about 3 months here, Tesla sort of rejected this 150, and we are trading right back at it. So definitely a major level to watch there. All right. Caterpillar. I like this setup a lot. This is definitely something that I'm looking for some downside continuation. So here's the daily chart. Here's the daily chart. You guys can see I'm sort of eyeing out this little double top, right? 240. Or I'm sorry, this I guess you can call it a triple top, but you guys can see right here. Previous rejections around this 240 right there. Rejection here, 240. Rejection here, 240. Rejection here, 240. And again, yesterday, another rejection here at 240. So I am in some very small cat puts just to try to take a little feeler here. I want to see if I can catch this at the channel high. Good risk to reward, right? If it does break all-time highs, then I'll get out. If it does want to break down here, if the market wants to slip, and if it breaks this channel, right, then we're in some business here. There is not much support below this 225. If Caterpillar breaks 225, I think you can see a pretty significant slip here, especially on a weak market. I would say it probably target this previous high here around 200. That would be my, the longer term target here. So big time rejections here at the quadruple top at 240. If the Dow does start to slip, definitely eyeing Caterpillar here for downside. I would keep an eye on this one. AMD 69 level, big time level rejection, and you can see this morning it's already doing it. So 69 here, support 69 here, little support 69 there. Support came in yesterday at 69 on FOMC, and look at what it did today. It rejected, it came back up to it. I'm not sure that's a legitimate candle, but if it is, right, look at the pushback into that 69 level, and look at the rejection that's coming in. So if AMD is below 69, I would be looking for downside. Here's why, right? If I look at this 4-hour chart, you guys can see that under 69, there is little to no support here in the short term, right? You can see this was a straight up move between 65 and 69, right? That is about a $4 gap that I think AMD can come through very quickly, right? If we get some downside weakness on this market. So watch for that 69 rejection. If it comes in today, if we get downside and we slip that level, right, there is very, very little support in this zone on AMD, and this could happen very quickly. So definitely watching this one today. AMD back down to 65. As long as it's below 69, I would say it's bearish. If you get back above 69, then things get a little interesting. But if you stay below that level, then I would look for that downside move towards that 65. Nvidia, I'll go over real quick. I just want to share with you guys what I'm watching there. This is something I've been watching for downside. Nvidia, big rejection at 190. That's a very crucial level. If Nvidia slips 170, that's the big level to watch today. 170. Does Nvidia stay above 170 or does it get below 170? That's what I would be watching today. So here's why. You guys can see right here. You had 170 rejections, 170 rejections. You turned it into support right here on a little break and retest. Got the big push, right? Look at this break. Look at the retest. That was very nice. This was a nice little bullish setup here. Break and retest to the upside. Very clean. Now we are coming back down to that level. So we have to watch, right? We can't short this yet because the risk to reward is just not there. Because if you come back down to 170, you could find a bounce again. The risk reward's not quite there yet. But if the market is very weak, if we slip 170, if we see something like this, then I'm definitely looking to go short here. Stop over 170 here, right around that area. Looking for that downside move, maybe to this uptrend, 160s, 165s. So keeping an eye on NVIDIA today, looking to see if it drops 170. If it does, I'll be looking for that continuation move. Microsoft. Ooh. Yeah, it's doing it. I like this. I like this. Let's go over Microsoft after jobless claims. Let's do that after jobless claims. So let's get ready for some jobless claims action. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I don't expect. I mean, maybe. I don't expect nothing too crazy. Yeah, you're right at 39.80 right now. So jobless claims here in 50 seconds. If you guys want to take just 1 second out of your day, all it takes is the press of a like or press of your mouse or maybe the tap of your screen, and you guys can press that like button. That would be much appreciated. If you enjoy the streams, if you enjoy coming here every day, if you find value of coming here in the morning, all right, the least you could do, press that like button, subscribe to the channel, continue to help support the streams. I very much appreciate that. All right, so 20 seconds. We'll see what this jobless claims number looks like, see if there's any movement off of it, and then we'll continue with the stream. All right. Let's see if there's any movement here. A little weak as of now. A little bit of drop there. A little bit of up, a little bit of down. A little pop. Nothing crazy. Nothing legitimate. Guys, I'm on the SPY. This is the ES. We are on the SPY. Retail sales, minus 0.6. Consensus was minus 0.3. So that could be potentially bullish for, I mean, that's a bullish thing for inflation, you could say. Retail sales being down more than expected. So that's that. That may be why you're holding up here a little bit. Let's wait for jobless claims. Thank you guys for pressing the like button. Appreciate that. I see we're at 5 something now, 500 something. What are we at? Doesn't show me. 500 something. That's all I see. 5 something. Jobless claims down 20,000 to 211. Survey. So jobless claims. So there's less jobless claims. That's sort of bearish, guys. Sort of bearish, right? Less jobless claims means the jobless market's still somewhat strong. That might be why you saw that little turn there on the market there, because of the jobless claims number. Yeah, 211 versus the 232. That's sort of bearish, right? The Fed wants to see a weak jobs market. So, all right. Yeah, so let's see. If I could have one wish today, just one. I just want one wish. Please do not drop the market in the pre-market. Please hold up here. Just hold right here. Just hold up right here. Give us a little hold here. Maybe a little fake bounce. Push us up. Get some bulls trapped in here, and then give us the move. Please don't do it in the pre-market. That's my one wish. But we'll see if that actually happens. All right, let's continue. Microsoft. 4 hour. So this is a very interesting setup to me here today as well. Microsoft, you guys can see previous triple top, right? This is a very nice looking setup, actually. I might take this as well. Previous triple top, very clear, right? Rejection on Wednesday, rejection on Thursday, rejection on Friday. That's a triple top over 3 days. Very nice. Very nice. Now, you pushed above it. You pulled back to it, right? You held it. You can see right here. You held it. Right there. Held it. Pushed higher. Tried to hold it again. Pushed higher. Now, what happened this morning? What happened this morning? Look how perfect this little breakdown, this little rejection of 256 is looking right now in the pre-market. If we can catch some Microsoft puts with a stop over 256, I like this a lot. So definitely watching this one. If we stay under 256, I think you have some pretty juicy downside here. Maybe to 245, 244. If there's downside on this market, as long as you stay below 256, look at the rejection that's coming in this morning. This looks pretty textbook. So previous lows, look at the rejection we're getting at previous lows. Also the previous support here. That's looking pretty nice. I would be eyes on Microsoft today, as long as we're below 256. Home Depot, 330. If we slip 330, look for downside. If the market somehow stays bullish today on the Dow Jones, then look for 330 to hold. But this 330 level, just wanted to point it out, this is a very important level for Home Depot. This is a previous high from back in August. If we slip 330, I would look for the move back to 316, back to this channel low. If you hold 330, if the Dow does turn bullish today, then this could be a little hold of 330. But if you do start to lose that, look for that downside move on Home Depot. UNH is another one that is at a channel high, right? You can see right here, UNH, big healthcare name, pretty much, I think, the largest part of the Dow Jones, if not the second. If the Dow finds weakness, you can try to play this triple top, right? The UNH has rejected this 550 level multiple times. That's UNH, right? You got Caterpillar, which I'm looking for downside. That's looking good. Home Depot under 330 could be nice. And then finally, Boeing off this 190, right? You got some really nice setups, guys, here. A lot of good risk to reward setups to the downside coming in. I'm very interested here. This little push higher. This could be a big opportunity for a little bit of slippage if we see the market weaken here. So previous support at 190, potential major rejection here at 190. That looks pretty nice. So I'm going to be watching this, sort of keeping an eye on the Dow Jones. That's going to be something I am 100% watching today, to see if that Dow Jones gives up a little bit. All right. So that's what I had, but let's go and jump into the tickers that you guys want to look at today. Let's go ahead and pull that up right now. Maybe we'll get out of here a little early today. I think I did, I think I went over the stuff I wanted to. Some really nice setups. I'm going to post all of these charts, right? I post every chart that I'm looking at that we go over here in the live stream, in the chart Discord, in the technical section, right? So I've already posted most of them. We have Netflix, Tesla, Costco, Home Depot, AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft. So posting these setups here, right? You can get this analysis. You can join the chart Discord. Down below it says free technicals, but you're going to have to pay for the individual stocks. It's $5 a month, and you can check out the technicals we talk about there. Or you can just watch it on the live stream. But if you want it in a text format, it's there as well. I just asked for a small fee of $5 to just help me continue to, run that community there. So, all right. The 15th, so AXP right here, AXP, ACN, Adobe, Enphase, and MRK. Let's go ahead and jump over those. First one, AXP. Here we go. So I think the biggest thing you want to pay attention to, it's probably around this 162, right in this general area. You can see it starting to reject. I would also keep an eye on stocks like Visa and MasterCard, right? Yeah, you can see Visa starting to reject, MasterCard starting to reject, but AXP as well. So I sort of like this, right? Look, you got this 162 rejections. You got some rejections in here. You got some previous support here, right? So, yeah, I'd look for the downside move there. Stop over this 162. I like that. That's potentially a very nice trade. Obviously, you have to see if the XLF gives up. I think that affects the payment processors a little bit. And you can see, look at this XLF rejection, guys. This is coming in pretty heavy. All right, we've talked about this 36 rejection. That's coming in pretty heavy. So, oh, man, Netflix is at 300. Oh, God. ACN. What's ACN? Accenture. I'm really not sure what this is. ES ain't holding till open. Yeah, I guess not. But Accenture, I really don't know what this stock is. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty clear little double top at 300. I'd watch 300. That looks pretty good. Adobe. Ooh. Adobe. This is just like Meta and Netflix. It's the same chart. Same exact chart as Meta and Netflix. Shit. Look at that. So yeah, gap close, right? Gap close rejection. Yeah, this is the same thing. Meta, Netflix, Adobe, same exact chart. End phase. I don't know what to say about end phase anymore, man. I think this thing is being held up by hopes and dreams. To be quite honest, I think it's, and I'm not trying to get political here, guys, but it is being held up because of the administration that we have in the United States. I think it's, the solar sector is sort of a focus of theirs. I feel like it's being held up. I don't know why this is so strong. I think you're fighting against that, right? I think there's just a sort of a desire for solar. There's like for some reason, a movement into solar stocks. Enphase has continued to push higher. I clearly don't know enough about the stock to know why it's pushing higher. So it might not be worth asking me, because at this point, I would have thought this already rejected. But it's still going. And it's just going up in such a terrible way, right? Look at this little shitty move. So yeah, I don't like Enphase. It's hurting me, and I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I don't like how it trades. Every single time it looks like it's going to slip, it gets bought up. It's just a pretty damn resilient stock that I don't really want to get ahead of. It's like stepping in front of a train right now. I just don't feel like doing it. MRK, yeah, I mean, this thing's continuing to sort of push higher. I would just look to see if it holds the 108. That's going to be the big level, 108. 108.50. All right. So big drop here on the ES, dropping below 39.80. That is a major flush here in the morning. Really, really would like for this not to break down in the pre-market. But let's keep an eye. My top two watches today, guys, Meta, Netflix, and I'll also throw in Microsoft. Those are my top watches here today. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. If you did, please check out or please press that like button before you head out, guys. I would much appreciate that. Help support the channel, help support the stream, get the channel continuing to grow. We've been growing good. I wouldn't say it's like a exponential growth, but it's definitely been growing, so I appreciate that. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys again for being here. Make sure to watch out for some of those setups we talked about today. If you guys catch anything we talk about here in the live stream, feel free to share it with me on, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. You can check those out. And yeah, thank you guys again. Have a fantastic day. Be safe out there. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.